Hello there, folks. We're doing another empties video with some tea items and some beauty items. And Buddy is currently eating his kibble, if you heard that. Let's see if he's about to, there we go. Hi, Buddy. No eating. Usually all these plants are hung up on the ceiling, so he doesn't have access. No eating the plants. Good boy. So I'm gonna start with the tea bag, the bag of tea bags. Because there's not too many of them, so get them done with. Also, I'm wearing this necklace today, maybe like a resin necklace, I'm not sure. I've had it since my first full-time job out of college, and I can never really figure out how to integrate it in outfits, so let me know what you think. At minimum, hopefully it sounds nice. We got the usual bag filled with teas. The first two are from the same brand, and they're just slightly different flavors. So we have Stash Breakfast in Paris. It's a black tea with lavender in it. And this is one of my all-time favorite teas. One of those staples that you never get sick of, you know? And I love lavender. So yes, blended black teas, lavender, bergamot oil, that's the one that's in Earl Grey too, and vanilla extract. And we drink so many of these that we buy them in like the case, and it just is like a box, like a cardboard box filled with these. And somehow we still get through the batch pretty quickly. I feel like once you get tied to a morning time black tea, it's hard to switch it up. Just want to stick with the staples. And then this one is a very similar tea, but instead of being a hint of lavender, it's a hint of peach. And usually I don't like fruity teas, especially not like herbal fruity teas, because they taste like bad juice. It's like I just would rather have juice. And I almost never drink juice, so there's no reason for me to be drinking a fruit tea. But this one is like mostly a black tea and then just a very subtle hint of peach. If anything, it like smells more like peach than it tastes. And I wonder if it's just like a peach extract. Yeah, it says ingredients are blended black teas and natural peach flavor. So it doesn't have like, you know, a whole peach in the tea bag, which I appreciate. But it does have a lovely aroma of peach. And I love a simple black tea. Usually I drink both of these just black by themselves, but if I'm feeling special, I'll put in a little bit of cream to have them the British way. So yeah, I love these so much. I've tried a lot of the different stash teas, and I've kind of landed on these two as my favorites. Some of the stash teas I'm not on board for. The other one that I like is peppermint. Peppermint's always a good tea. It's hard to mess that up. So the next one is a gigantic bag, and this is Jasmine Phoenix Pearls from Adagio Teas. Jasmine's one of my favorite green teas, as you can tell from the lavender. And this one, I like a floral aroma to my teas. So this is good for, middle of the day cup of tea. Jasmine Phoenix Pearls, perfumey, hand-rolled from Funding in Fujian, mispronouncing that, in China. Each pearl is just one leaf and a bud. When added to hot water, the pearls majestically unfurl, releasing a delicate scent and flavor. Sweet and almost sugary. I don't know if I would agree with that. I wouldn't say it's sugary. Very soft, airy mouthfeel. Steeping 1 teaspoon per cup, 2 to 3 minutes at 195 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't have one of those water boilers that does specific temperatures, so I'll boil water and then just put in a little cold water and then put in the tea and hope for the best. It usually works. One day I'll probably, for Christmas or birthday, ask for the fancy kettles that boil to a specific temperature. So that's the second tea and the third tea. And the last tea is a classic that has been on my empties before. It is the Asalak Volcanic Rock Tea, a semi-fermented tea cultivated on Mount Hala's volcanic rock strata. Tasting notes: roasted grain from wind fermentation at a tea farm in Jeju. Yeah, I love this one. I tend to like a black tea with like a twist, as you can tell. So this is another black tea, but something with the fermentation or the soil that they grow it in just has a really like roasty, rich flavor to it, which I always love. It's very cozy. And now that I'm out of this and the jasmine, I probably should get some Genmaicha, because that is kind of a combination of those two flavors. So maybe I'll pick up one of those. But that is all the teas. I didn't go through too many teas, as you can tell, but I went through a whole lot of beauty products. I don't know how. I think I'm like getting into a Project Panty mentality, where I'm dead focused on getting products finished up so they're not cluttering my space. Oh, actually, before we go into the beauty empties, I wanted to do a declutter, which is also kind of a PSA, because I showed it on my channel, but on one of my shorts, I did an unboxing of my phone, which is the Samsung Flip 4, so one of the flip phones. And this case is not really a case, because it's just like a case that's cut in half and you just sandwich the phone in it. but it doesn't cover the hinge, which is like kind of the weak point of the phone. So within like a couple months of having the phone, I dropped it on its hinge and it was like gone. So literally my phone would only open like this much, like less than 90 degrees. And for the longest time I was just using it like that because I can't be bothered to go get it fixed. I finally did get it fixed, but to make sure it doesn't break again, I got a new case because this one just like it's not doing anything for your phone. Also, since it's like literally just two pieces, when your phone's in the middle, if you hold it like this, the phone just slides out of the middle, and then it's gonna be, you know, hitting the ground with no case at all. So this is just a little public service announcement. If you have a flip phone or a fold phone, don't get these. Don't get these. Get a case that like covers the hinge when it's folded, because otherwise it's gonna break. There's like really no point in spending your money on this. So that was just a little PSA because I had a short on that phone, and I wanted people to know that it breaks if you don't have the right case. Anyway, back to the regularly scheduled programming. So this is a Essence. This is the Secret Key Starting Treatment Rose Essence with galactomyces. Pretty much every essence has galactomyces in it. But this is kind of like a affordable, efficient essence. Sometimes companies can sell essences for like $200. So this is a more affordable version. And I really liked this. It doesn't smell like rose, which I suppose is good, even though I kind of like the smell of rose, if I'm being honest. But I think it just has rose ingredients in it, but not rose fragrance. I've been really enjoying using like extremely watery products to like stuff my skin with water before I put a moisturizer on. Some people kind of think they're a waste of money, but I kind of think of it as a serum with just more water, and you know, it's like one of the main goals of skincare is to like hold water into your skin. So I've been enjoying watery type products. It has a nice little rose, you know, barely pink top. You can barely even tell, it's pretty much silver but slightly pink. So yeah, I liked that one. I would definitely buy it again, but I kind of like to rotate my products, so it might be a while. This next one is also a like watery kind of product. This is a Centella Asiatica extract by the brand One Thing. So their like marketing spiel is their products focused on one ingredient mainly. So Centella Asiatica is supposed to be very soothing for your skin, and it's been all the rage. So I've had this actually for quite some time. I mean, it's like pretty big, and I would put it on in conjunction with my vitamin C product, or actually, you're not supposed to do this, but I actually mixed it in to some of my other like essences and toners so that I have like a little scintilla and everything. It's probably a bad idea, but that's what I did. Yeah, I would definitely buy this again. Also, my husband has like sensitive reactive skin, so he used this a little bit too. And I think it worked well for him. He used it, so yeah. But yeah, I would definitely buy this again. Definitely would buy more Centella Asiatica products. They're also called Cica, if you see that. It's just a branding marketing name for the same thing. The next product is a oil cleanser. So sometimes people do like double cleansing. So you do an oil cleanser first, and then you do like a standard cleanser. The oil cleanser is better at taking off makeup, and it's more luxurious experience. You can massage it into your face. So this is I think this is the first, maybe second oil cleansers that I ever got, and this is I think my second bottle of it, and it's pretty like hefty. You only use like a teensy bit, so this has lasted me a really long time, and I really enjoy this, especially because it was one of the first oil cleansers that I had ever used. It was like a revelation. The odd thing about this that a lot of people don't like in their oil cleansers is it doesn't have a surfactant in it, so it doesn't wash off with water. So when I use this, I'll just take like a wet washcloth and wipe it off, and then go in with my second cleanser, which I don't mind. I kind of like that, but some people like really hate if oil cleansers don't wash off, so that's just a warning. Another thing is this smells like nice. It's like slightly botanical. I don't think they like add fragrance to it. I think it has like a bunch of botanical kind of oils in it. The ingredients aren't on here. But so it has like a natural, or it has a scent to it that's just like refreshing green florally kind of scent, which we've already established I like floral things, so yeah, this is, I don't even know if I said, this is the Juice Beauty Stem Cellular Cleansing Oil. Yeah, I would buy this again, except for I, for some reason, have stockpiled so many cleansing oils and cleansing balms that I need to get through, so I probably won't be buying any first cleansers for like a year, realistically. Alright, so next up I have a chapstick, vitamin enriched lip oil in sweet nectar chapstick, total hydration. I got this because I need like an overnight lip balm, oil, whatever, because otherwise like I'll wake up in the morning and it's just like a desert. You just like feel them cracking. So I need like a thick paste that I put on right before I go to bed, and ideally it'll kind of like last the whole night, so that in the morning it's still like slightly there. This was like decent. I'm not mad at it. I might buy it again because it's like super cheap, right? It like kind of had a sweet scent. It is called Sweet Nectar, but it's like artificially, it smells like a candy version of a flower. So I didn't love that too much, but it did the job. It like stuck around most of the night, and yeah, I enjoyed it. It was good. So a similar product, but much more luxurious. This is the Auric Bare Blush Ritual. And this is like a little pot that comes filled with lip balm, lip mask, and then on the top it has a little jade spatula to apply it with. And when I first got this, I was like, a tiny lip balm spatula? There's absolutely no way I'm ever using that. But I was like, well, I'll give it a try like a couple times, and then I just never stopped using it. I used it every single time. It was like nice not having to like dig your finger in or like so at first I thought I was like very silly, but now I actually think I'm gonna like keep it, even if I don't buy another Blush Ritual, because I kind of loved it. So yeah, that's like a thick, creamy lip balm, stays on the whole night for sure, and it like really made my lips survive over the last winter, so big appreciation for this. And it smells like slightly, it smells like vanilla, just not like my favorite smell, but it's better. I like it. It's not bad. Vanilla is a smell that pretty much no one can object to. But I'm not like ranting and raving for vanilla thing. So yeah, this was lovely. And I think it lasted me like 6 months, which is pretty decent for a little tiny thing. And I think Auric is planning on coming out with a refill, so you don't have to buy like the fancy spatula and whatever, you just buy like the bottom thing. So I'll probably wait until they have a refills come out and then buy that. Alright, I actually have a third product in this same category. I think what happened was I had like so many lip balms that were like 85% done, and at one point I just realized I needed to get them done so there weren't just a million floating around. So that's why there's like all of these lip balms that are all done in the same empties video. But this one serves the same purpose. Once again, my nighttime lip mask. This is the Meow Meow Tweet Rosemary Eucalyptus Vegan Lip Balm. Meow Meow Tweet is a like zero waste kind of brand, so this is just like a waxed cardboard container. And I like it. I love like rosemary scented things, so big fan of that. It's also really cute packaging. There's like little whales and seals. And I also love like how gigantic this lip balm is. You just like smush it, get 2 lips at once. And it lasted so long because there's like so much product in here. This is like 3 times the size of a normal lip balm. Actually, let's see. Is it? So this is okay, one of these is in fluid ounce and one of them is in ounces. And I don't think they're the same thing. But seriously, like so yeah, I absolutely would buy this again. The only caveat is this one is lighter, especially lighter than the Auric. So like this is winter time, this is like summertime kind of thing. If you're this far in the video and you're enjoying it, if you could give a little boost in whatever way is, you know, genuine for you, whether that's little like, little comment, little share with your friends, I'll take whatever. And even if you're just watching the video, I appreciate that as well. Okay, so next up is a couple of things that my friend gave to me when we were on vacation together. So this is a tiny little sunscreen, and then this is some eye patches. And so she gave me like like a little baggie of things to make sure I was taken care of on the vacation, which was really cute. So this is Banana Boat Sport Ultra 30 SPF, just like basic sunscreen, and this tube is so tiny. I like used it on my body like 3 times and I was done. So yeah, I mean, does the trick for a body sunscreen if you're like out on vacation running around in the sun all day. So yeah, thanks friend. And then this is a Patchology Perk Up green tea bergamot white mulberry eye masks. I generally don't use like face masks or eye masks, but it was a nice little treat for a vacation day. And yeah, they worked pretty well. They like stuck on my face, which is the most annoying thing when you put on a mask. It's just like slowly sliding off. So these actually like stayed on my under eyes. I don't really think masks do anything after like 1 use, but it was fun to use. Alright, next up is a moisturizer from Bulldog Skincare for Men. So this is the Age Defense Moisturizer with rosemary, echinacea, and vitamin E. And like I already established, I love the smell of rosemary. Especially if I like use this as a night moisturizer, it just like makes me feel sleepy. Like it's just like a cozy smell. So yeah, I enjoyed this. The only downside is like, since my skin is so sensitive, it has a tough time with like any scents. So even though the rosemary smelled really good, I don't think it was good for my face because I could like feel it tingling a little bit. That was a little bit annoying, but otherwise I did like this. I would try this brand. Oh my goodness. I would try this brand again. Yeah, it's cute. Another like moisturizer / serum. This is Crave Great Barrier Relief. Crave is like a little skincare company that comes out with very well thought through skincare products, in my opinion. And so this one, and also they're trying to be like a sustainable brand, and I think they're doing some really cool things in that space. So this is their old packaging. They changed their new packaging to be more sustainable. And then one of the cool things that they're doing is when they're testing a product, they were like testing this formula. They used like a multitude of tests they had done. It's like huge batches of moisturizer, and they like transformed it into a body moisturizer since it wasn't like perfect for this Great Barrier Relief. They like made another version that's using all of those test moisturizers rather than just tossing those out because they're still like, you know, a good moisturizer. They just weren't like the perfect formulation. So I think that's really cool. And I did buy one of the body moisturizer versions of this. I also bought one of the cleansing oils that was like a byproduct product. I just think that's like a great concept for doing something sustainable. And it's not something you think about all the time. Like brands are doing these extensive tests and then just like throwing out gigantic batches of usable product. So I thought that was really cool. And I really appreciate that about the brand. But anyways, this is so it's like to heal your skin barrier. It has tamanu oil, safflower oil, rosehip oil, vitamin B3, ceramide, phytosterol and natural moisturizing factors. This is like not quite thick enough to be my moisturizer. It's more of like a serum texture than I would like. So I'll put this on before my like thick night moisturizer. So, you know, the good ingredients, the good oils can like sink into my skin. And then on top of that, I'll put like a thick moisturizer to like seal it all in for the night. But yeah, I really liked this. I also have the body moisturizer version, and I would definitely buy this one again. This one, I think, was my first empties video ever. So this is my second tube. This is Paula's Choice 10% azelaic acid booster with licorice and salicylic acid. Azelaic acid is supposed to be, I don't even know, it's supposed to be good for your skin. Especially because I have acne. It's supposed to do something. It's like supposed to help with acne, but simultaneously like soothe the skin. I'm not exactly sure, but I liked it. I used it with my tretinoin that I've been using. Actually, I have used up tretinoin in here. So I would use these together because they're supposed to like work well in conjunction. And tretinoin is like really intense, so anything that can like help with that is useful. So this is my little prescription tretinoin. I like rolled it up in the tiniest little bit. You know, gotta pay prescription prices for this, so use every cent. Yeah, I probably would try a different azelaic serum if I were to get one again. I'm not like tied to this one, you know. But I liked it. This is a eyeliner from Ilia. I would not buy this again. First of all, Ilia, I found out it's like it markets itself as like a clean brand. A lot of times clean brands make false claims. Or like mislabel their products to make them seem like cleaner and stuff. Like in general, it's just like like clean products are just like a marketing thing. It's not like a factual science-based thing. So I'm not a big fan of like clean marketed things. Not that I would like never buy one, but the other reason why I wouldn't buy this is I feel like it was dry from the get-go. Like, it didn't last that long. It was always kind of like skippy and transparent. So I used it, you know, it wasn't like atrocious, but for like the second half of its life, I used it as a tight line, so like within the eyelashes, like a tight liner rather than like a winged eyeliner. So yeah, wasn't a huge fan of this. As you can tell, especially today, I generally wear like opaque black stamped on eyeliner, and this just wasn't doing the trick. Okay, another lip product. This is so old, it's probably disgusting. I got this as a sample in an Ipsy bag that my sister got for me, and this is the Model Co. Lip Lacquer in some color, who knows. But I got this like before lip glosses were a thing again, which tells you that this is way too old. But I just had it kicking around, so I was like, I need to finish it. But yeah, I mean, this is kind of the thing that made me love lip glosses, lip lacquers, like specifically lip color in a gloss form, because this is like pigmented, like a red watermelon pink. So it's like moisturizing to your lips, but it also adds color. So, I mean, I haven't repurchased Model Co specific lip lacquer, but it definitely got me into them, like, in general. So I appreciate it for that. Next up is a mascara. I've been pretty much exclusively using 2B mascaras for, I don't know, years now. 2B mascaras, like, don't transfer. Occasionally they'll flake off if they're like older, but they don't like transfer in the raccoon way, which would always happen to me. And then not only the raccoon way, but my mascara would transfer on the top lid. And like 2B mascaras are the only thing that saved me from that. And then also they wash off so easily. They like, it's very satisfying. You just use water and then you pull off little tubes. Which maybe sounds gross, but it's satisfying. But anyway, so I'm trying to find a like cheap 2B mascara, because mascara is one of those things you buy all the time. So I tried this Maybelline Snap Mascara, and I think the packaging's really cute. It's got like little graphic eyeballs on the side. But I wouldn't buy this again because it just didn't last that long. It was like, I felt like I used it for 2 months and it was like so dried out that it would just like flake off. So yeah, still on the hunt for a good, cheap 2B mascara. Okay, next up are a couple of Korean sunscreens. So we have the Beauty of Joseon Rice Relief SPF 50 PA++++. And then we have the Higgy Vegan Sun Cream, also SPF 50 PA++++. So I loved both of these, big fan. But I think this one wins out. This one was like a little bit more spreadable, like easy to just like toss on your face. And then also it theoretically has rice and probiotic benefits. I'm not really sure about that, but I enjoyed the process thoroughly. So I would definitely buy this one again. It's like, this is one of those products where everyone talks about it on the internet and you're like, okay, but it's just a sunscreen, like it's not gonna be that good. But I really like it. Also, one of the things I've like talked about in my other empties videos is my eyes always get irritated by organic chemical sunscreens from the US. And so this is, I think this is the first organic chemical sunscreen from outside of the US, and it didn't sting my eyes at all, which is lovely, because that's not fun. So yeah, would definitely buy this again. And then the other one was also lovely. It was just like slightly less lovely than this one. So yeah, If it was like on sale, easy to pick up, I would get it. But I think I would prefer this one. And they they even look nearly identical. They were very similar. But yeah, this says vegan sun cream, high performing sun protection and skin nourishing with a vegan formula. It's like even the same material. They must be the same manufacturing company. Oh no. Suspicious. Love a good light sound. Who doesn't? So yeah, those are the sunscreens. Wait, no, this is a moisturizer. This is La Roche-Posay Tolerane Double Repair Face Moisturizer. Face Moisturizer. With ceramide 3 and niacinamide, and it also has a good amount of glycerin in it. I liked this, but I used it similarly to the Great Barrier Relief because this also still wasn't like thick enough to like seal my face at the end of the night. So I would use this to like give me a dose of ceramides and all that stuff, but not like my party nighttime moisturizer. Also, apparently La Roche-Posay has been bought out by another company, like one of the big ones. Like, I don't know, it might be like L'Oreal or Estee Lauder, one of those. So they might be changing their ways. It's all just internet beauty gossip, so I don't know. Let's see how loud this is. Oh, it's okay. It's kind of loud. I'm gonna have to edit that volume down. Alright, and then we have one product left, and I bet you never guessed that it's a lip balm. So this is the Blistix Ultra Rich Hydration SPF 15. And this shit works. It was good. I liked it. I like even dug it out of the tube to get as much as I could. Yeah, I was a fan. I like that it has a little bit of SPF in it. I don't have a lot of lip products with a little bit of SPF, so maybe I should find more of those. And this was just like basic, classic daytime lip balm. Oh, that's nice. Big fan of that sound. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I'm surprised how fast I got through all this, but we'll see when I'm editing it. So thank you so much for joining me for this little empties video. Hopefully it was a chill, relaxing time to space out. And yeah, have a lovely, lovely day.